How to fill up your empty schedule. Oh my gosh, you're going to be so in love with this today because I'm going to show you how to fill up your empty schedule, how to get rid of those empty spaces. If you've ever struggled with feeling like your books are slowing down or things aren't booking up like they used to, or maybe you're just new in the game, this is alive for you. Welcome. Good morning to Business Breakfast in Bedhead. I'm Dawn Bradley. If we haven't met before, and I'm so excited to be here with you. So if you're just joining in, go ahead and say good morning. Put your name, where you're tuning in from in the chat. Hi, Bree. Hi, Cheyenne. Hi, Lash House. Hi, Hair by Renelle. Hello. And I would love for you guys to say where you're tuning in from. Oh, Bree, please. I need this so bad right now. I love it. Good morning. Hi, Kim. So glad that you're here. So I am actually currently going live on Instagram and in a couple of my private Facebook groups. We got Facebook user. Good morning from Kansas. I love it. Okay. So let's I got to share a story with you guys. First things first about this. So when I first started out in the industry in 2001, there was no such thing as social media at the time. And I remember I got my first job. I was intimidated. I was nervous. I didn't really know like what I was doing, how to go about things. But I just remember feeling really, really frustrated with the fact that I didn't have any clients and I was sick of hi from Saskatchewan. Sorry, I'm going off. And hi from Morocco. Oh my gosh, from Iowa. Ashley. Hey, Ashley and Cheyenne. I love it. Okay, so I was so sick I love you guys getting connected in the comments too. Hi from Red Deer. Early on in my career, I was so sick of washing bowls, sweeping floors, and not having clients because I was allowed to take new requests, but I wasn't yet allowed to take, or I was allowed to take requests for me, but I wasn't allowed to take new clients until I got a little bit more confident. And so I remember just being frustrated, being like, I don't want to wait around for clients to book in and to slowly get busy. And here's one thing that I will say will separate you. If you're a new, we're going to get into like seasoned stylists in a second, but if you're a new stylist, the one thing that will separate you from everyone else and the one thing that'll make bosses want to hire you is show them that you want to do the work to build your clientele. It is not the salon's job to build your clientele for you. A salesman, if a car salesman sat around and went, how come my dealership stopped bringing me buyers? They probably they wouldn't have their job for very long. Your job as a hairstylist, if your commission or, whatever, is to bring clients in, and you control how, if you're going to sit there and complain, and I'm so sorry if this is calling some people out, but if you complain that your boss or your salon isn't getting you clients, it's part of your job. You have control over, do something about it. And so I remember being so frustrated that I didn't have any clients. And I was like, well, wait a minute, I got to get out of my own way. So I remember I didn't have my own personal cards yet. So I went and wrote my name on the back of an appointment card at the salon that I worked at. And I was like, okay. And I went up to a grocery store clerk and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so weird. I feel so weird. This is so awkward. And I was like, I know this is kind of weird, but like, I'd love to do your hair sometime. I'm a hairstylist. And I handed her my card and she kind of looked at me like, what? And hi from North Carolina. I think that's what that is. Hello, hello. And fun fact, she never came in. But it's not about the fact, it's not that I went and handed out a card to a stranger that I got a booking. It was that I started to get uncomfortable with doing something different. And so that is how I started to fill up my schedule, was to get uncomfortable doing something different. I want you to write, if you've got a pen and paper with you, right? Get uncomfortable and do something different, because what you're doing now isn't getting you the results you want. So why do you keep doing it? That's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So one, that's first for new hairstylists that don't have any clientele. Start doing something. You won't get instant results, but you got to keep putting yourself out there. Do you guys, seasoned stylists, are you with me on this? Just start getting uncomfortable. And so what that did that day, even though that person never booked in with me, is I went, oh, that wasn't as scary. And then the next time I was a little less awkward. And then I got a little bit more confident. And then over time, I started being like, hey, excuse me, I know this is so random. I just had to compliment you on how beautiful your hair looks. Obviously, you have an amazing hairstylist. And they sometimes would go, oh my gosh, my hair needs to get done, but thank you. That's so sweet. And I was like, oh, no problem. I'm actually a hairstylist. And if you are looking for a hairstylist, I would love to get my hands in your hair. Your hair is the type of hair that I would love to work on. I know this is so random, no obligation or expectation, but here's my card. But that took me some time and practice. At first, it was like, hey, I'd love to do your hair. Here's my card. Because you're not going to be good at something the first time you do it. And stop waiting to be good at something to start, because you'll never start. You have to get uncomfortable. And so the way to get fully booked when you have zero clients and you don't have an existing clientele is get comfortable doing something different. You guys with me on that? All right. So for you seasoned stylists, I'm curious, those of you guys that have been doing hair for a while, Why do you think you don't have full books right now? Because I want to hear from you. I want to remind you guys once, this is a judgment-free zone where we can show up real, raw, honest, and vulnerable together. That's really important for me to cultivate a space that is real, raw, honest, and vulnerable, and a judgment-free zone. So before we get into you guys sharing, let's all put a yes in the chat to show each other that we are safe people to be around and that we commit to this being a judgment-free zone where we can show up real, raw, honest, and vulnerable, no matter where we are in our own personal journey, in our own business, in our own life. Because here's the thing, we're all in different places, in different spaces, in different journeys, and there's no one place that's better than the other. So can we all put a yes? We got yes from Bree, yes from Maggie, yes from Stephanie, Alia, yes, Bree, safe. I love it. Ash is saying, I've been there before. I feel awkward, but stepping out of my comfort zone. My old boss would always say, be okay with messing up and trying again. Yes. Okay. Steph says, because I don't put myself out there, I get new guests in the chair. Because I don't put myself out there to get new guests in the chair, or I don't ask my current clients enough to refer someone. Oh, there we go. Hey, Kelly and Burgundy is in the house. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So you guys are all committing to this being a judgment-free zone. I love it. And then another reason over here, because they're moving and passing away. Okay. So because what I want you guys to really, really understand is the fact that our careers are not linear, they're cyclical. And I'm curious, and no shame, remember, this is a judgment-free zone where we can show up real, raw, honest, and vulnerable together. How many of you guys have been in the industry long enough, in your career long enough, that there's been some sort of shift, whether like other clients have seemed to like move away, moving away or passing away or whatever, and things have slowed up. And you start to equate with like, oh my gosh, if I tell people I have openings, they're going to think I'm no good. I see people come back from maternity leave. I see people move. I see people restart. I see people start their own business, go from a commission salon to their salon suite. And they're like, I'm so scared to tell people that I have openings because then will they think I'm no good? Have you guys ever felt that? Yes or no in the comments. I do have full books, but I'm getting rid of men's and youth services to concentrate fully on color and extensions. So I finally have some wiggle room, but I want to fill it with new clients. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so a lot of you guys, yeah, it's like this nervousness. Now, first of all, I need you to separate the fact that your talent and skill has nothing to do with how good you are at marketing your business. How good you are at doing your service has nothing to do with how good you are at marketing. Can you see that? And so the reality is you can be the most talented person in the world, but if no one knows you exist, right? That's why there are people with like millions or hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram that aren't the top people in their industry, right? They just know how to harness marketing. And so when you start to allow yourself to be like, okay, so it's okay that I have openings in my schedule. No, and pose it as when you tell your clients you have like maybe next week's really slow for you and you're kind of embarrassed. You're like, I'd like it to get filled, but I'm embarrassed to tell people that I have openings. And if you put that energy into it being like, hey, like I have openings, and you kind of quietly do it on your stories like, hey, FYI, if you're looking for an appointment next week, because you're embarrassed because you think somehow this open schedule means you're no good at what you do. That's bullshit. Get that out of your head. Remove that. Let's like picture it as a piece of paper that you crumple up and you toss it in the bin right now. That's not true. You're so good at what you do. You're so good. It's just a reality that I have a post 5 reasons why clients leave that have nothing to do with you. Things change. Our careers are cyclical and not linear. So stop thinking the fact that your clientele is maybe dipped down means you're a failure and that you're having to go back to the start. It's not, there's no start and finish. It's a cycle. And when we start to recognize and understand that our careers are cyclical and these things we need to maintain marketing our business, even when you're fully booked, it's good to have a wait list. I actually have, for you people in RYB, we have the how to create a revenue generating wait list. It's an amazing workshop you should go check out. But I want you to really, really consider the fact and not consider, but accept the fact that your career is cyclical. And so I love that. And I need help with marketing. Well, you're in the right place, Ash, and you're in Rock Your Business. So you're even better in the right place. And so when you start to recognize that and you start to accept it, you can start to put the energy into, oh my gosh, you guys, you're never going to believe this. I never have openings this last minute, but next week I have some openings and you're going to love it. For those of you guys that have struggled to get in with me when you want, because you like to book last minute, I have last minute openings. Shout it from the rooftops and be freaking excited about it. I know. And it's great to post it in your stories. And I see lots of people posting like really pretty graphics and things like that. I love that. But what if before you posted that, You did one where you're excited. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. Can you imagine if you're scrolling through stories and first of all, you saw someone be like, stop, you're not going to believe this. That's going to make you stop and listen, right? And then you're going to be like, I never have last minute openings like I do next week. And I'm so excited. I know that doesn't seem real, but I'm excited because you can get in last minute for that hair that you've been thinking, or for that pedicure, for those lashes that you've been wanting. I'm a last minute booker. I would freaking love that. The girl that does my Botox, whenever generally only book when she posts last minute openings. And I love it. And I don't think she's any less than. She's amazing. She's so good. But it's because I don't think about it. And so if you stay top of mind for your clients, they're going to be excited and thankful for it. I actually get bummed out when I'm going to tell her this when I see her next. I'll be like, how come, are you too booked that you don't get last minute openings anymore? Because that's how I always booked. And so you're sitting there embarrassed and nervous that people are going to think you're no good because, oh my gosh, if they know that look at you guys, I put extensions in last night and I didn't cut them very well. You're excited. You're feeling nervous and embarrassed that people are going to think you're no good because you have openings. Well, how can you position it to that it's in their favor? Are you guys with me on this? Is this helpful? So if you're going to make that pretty graphic of like last minute openings next week, start with like, stop. And I want you guys to tag me in it. You don't even have to, you can like tag me and then hide my name. I just want to be able to see it and be like, stop. I have something so exciting to share with you. I have some openings next week that never happen. If you want to snag one of these up, if you've been thinking about doing some sort of last minute thing, let me know. How often can I post a last minute opening? Well, Bree, here's the thing. I think post it as often as you want. Don't do the exact same thing every time. Be like, oh, guess what? I have something exciting. And with marketing, you guys, here's the one thing I want you to know. Okay, first we're going to do an experiment. You guys give me a yes in the comments if you want to do an experiment together. Can we do an experiment this morning? Let me know. Because I have something that I want to show you guys, the thing about marketing and how it can help. I'm just going to wait for the yeses. We've got some yeses over here in the Facebook groups. Okay. We got some hearts going on over here. Okay. So what feels more inviting? Hey, everyone. I just want to let you know that there's some openings. So if y'all are looking for something and you want to book next week, just let me know. There's number one. Or I know you've been wanting to book in and you've been meaning to reach out and you haven't. So guess what? I have something for you. You're going to be able to get in next week. Which one or two, made you feel like you were being spoken to? Just put a 1 or a 2 in the chat. 1 or 2. Number 1, hey, everyone. I want to let you know I have some openings next week. So if anybody wanted to grab one, let me know. Or 2, hey, I know you've been wanting to get an appointment and you keep putting it off. Well, good news. I have an appointment open for you next week. 2, right. And as you guys watch this, you know that there's 23 other people here right now, and there's 8 other people here right now. So the chances that like I am actually talking to you like logically know, right? And yet it feels like I'm talking to you, right? So stop thinking about all the people you're talking to. And those of you guys that are in Rock Your Business, start talking to your ideal client. Will this help you? Give me a yes or a no in the chat. Number 2, absolutely. Yeah. So you need to stop making it broad. And this is where people talk about like niching down and people are like, well, I don't want to leave anyone out. You won't leave anyone out. You'll actually attract more people. Right? And so I want you guys to try that today. If you've got openings in your schedule next week, maybe it's only one opening. Do hey, stop. I got something exciting for you. You're not going to believe it. I know you've been wanting to get an appointment and this is your lucky day. I have an opening next week. DM me and I'll let you know. There's something about making people reach out to you that draws them to you instead of being like, and then here's the booking link and ask them to DM you. And then you can let them know the time and they can be like, okay. And then it's okay, here's the link to book. You can still give them the link to book, but make them come to you, right? Make it attractive. Make them have to do the work a little bit. So it's always more rewarding when you have to do the work for something rather than it given to you. How many of you guys are going to try this? Yes or no in the comments? Are you going to try this today if you have openings next week? I want you to really think about this and really consider how this is going to help you grow your business. And if you want to grow your business even more, go get on the RYBers. Anyone who's an RYPer, put RYB in the chat. And those of you guys that are thinking about getting into RYB, I mean, talk to the people who are RYBers, but go get on the waitlist, donbradley.com/waitlist. We're going to be opening up enrollment soon. Yes, says Cheyenne. Crazed Hair says yes. Curly Yawn says yes. Christina, yes. Steph says yes. RYB. Look at all these alumni. I love it. I love it. So good. How many of you guys are future RYBers that are like, this kind of sounds interesting. I'd like more of this. Just put future RYBer. I want you guys to know that you have everything you need. And I really want you to try this today. And so, whether you're in my program or not, I would still love to hold you accountable to it and see the results you can get from just this quick little thing. And so, what I would love for you to do is you can tag me in your story if you do it, or you can just let me know that you did it and I'll go watch your story later. But I want you, future RYB or Crazed Hair. I love that. Love it. So good. So good. But will you guys do this? Just give me a yes or a no in the comments. Will you try this today? It's super simple. And I want you to see how the energy of it and the energy you put into it can make a really, really big difference. Look at all these RYBers in here. I freaking love it. Christina says future RYBer. So good. Well, if we haven't connected already in the DMs, if you're here with me now live, please shoot me a DM. If you're listening to this on the Anxious Creative Podcast, come on over to Instagram at Don Bradley Hair. Shoot me a DM. Let me know that you listened to this episode and that you're going to post on your stories and try it. I missed it. No worries. No worries. But I really want you guys to know that I am here to support you. I come do these lives because I love connecting with you. I love giving you free advice and free coaching. And if you're interested in diving a little bit deeper, you like my approach, go to donbradley.com, go check out the Learn With Me, see what I have. I have tons of free education. I also have paid education, and I have my mentorship program, Rock Your Business, which is the signature program that I love being able to chat with you guys about. But it is my pleasure to come here and hang out with you each weekday morning. I think I went live at like 8:30 every day this week. I've been struggling to wake up between 8 and 8:30 weekday mornings. Those of you guys that are in the Facebook groups right now, thank you. I know this is new that I've been doing this here, so thank you for being there as well. But yes, so babyboss.beauty, all of these lives go on to the Anxious Creative Podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. So you can go listen to all past episodes. And I also save these on Instagram as well. So you can go listen to them or you can watch them. And these are also on YouTube. So you can go watch these over on YouTube as well. I love 8:30, says Jess. I love it. Well, thank you guys. It's a quick one this morning because it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It doesn't have to be hard. It can be really, really easy. I think I was saying yesterday, what if the hardest thing that you have to do is let yourself make it easy? Oh, what if the hardest thing you have to do is let yourself make it easy? Stop thinking it has to be complicated. Show up in the small, insignificant steps each and every day. And honestly, the biggest thing that will pay off in your life is consistency. You've got this. I'm proud of you. Thank you so much for showing up. Have an awesome Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. And we'll be here next week. And if you're new, if you want to dive into more education with me, free, I've got offers as small as $37. Just go to donbradley.com. Ooh, bam, Steph says, make it be easy. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful Friday. And did you see, unrelated, I'm speaking at the Masters of Balayage Hero event in Nashville in September. Who wants to come to Nashville? Hi, Heidi. I'm so excited, you guys. I've never been to Nashville before. I'm going to be speaking at the Masters of Balayage Hero event in Nashville in September. I would love to hug each and every single one of you there. If you want to go, I have a discount code for you. It's Dawn10. Go sign up, use my discount code. I actually get a little thank you from them if you sign up under my name. And so I would love, love, love to see you guys there. I would love to be able to show them that our community rocks and that we support other communities as well. And we can have, if you guys have been here before, I talk about let's link arm in arm and Red Rover the shit out of our industry together. Let's show Masters of Balayage that we want to collaborate with them. A lot of you guys are probably already in Masters of Balayage, right? That sounds amazing. That's really close to me. A 5-hour drive. I love that. Well, I would love for you guys go check out, buy your ticket, use Dawn 10 so that we can show up and we can show them how amazing this community is and connect and collaborate with them. It's going to be so good. So, I believe it's mastersofbalayage.com/hero, maybe. Oh, see, this is where I'm not so prepared. But just go to Masters of Balayage, go to the hero event, and then when you buy your ticket, use Dawn 10. I need that in a sticker. What if the hardest thing you had to do was make it be easy? Is that what that is, Jess? DM me what you want on a sticker. I'm super curious to know. My favorite quote. All right. We have some things in the work, you guys, when it comes to stickers. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful Friday. We'll see you again on Monday. Take care. Until then, stay weird. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.